Clever girl. Alright, everyone act cool, okay? Put Ronaldo in the cuffs. Figure this out. My barter's horrible.
Get ready
Not
to
a redhead,
bleed,
so
perverts.
it's standard rates. Special client likes the gingers. We got booze and kids.
Holy
Jameson.
kid!
Jameson. Jameson.
The kid just opened fire. I thought we were gonna talk. Oh my god. Where's my gun? Hey, I'm on your side. Don't worry, we're here to... It's gonna save you a lot of time, that's all. You're free! Unless you have slave collars on.
I'm
Lee,
not supposed to talk
is
to
that
strangers.
you? What are you doing here?
Just didn't expect to run into you. I'm helping a friend.
Really? Well, that's good to hear. As for me, I got tried to bust these kids up. Thanks for freeing them. And me. Couldn't get the Kings or anyone from NCR to lift a vendor, so you know me. Had to do something. Not as sneaky as I used to be.
Sneaky.
Kids have been going missing for months. It's tough. We could sure use your help back in Freeside. You were always a good teacher, Patrick.
Patrick?
There's no chance, Ann. Not after all I've done. You don't even know the half of it. Can't go back to it.
I know you're not an angel, Patrick. Most of that was so long ago that the smoothies wouldn't remember. I know you aren't all bad inside. Whatever you've done, I'd certainly be willing to forgive you if you started clean. You ain't Edward Sadlow, honey. Help others, and you'll heal.
I wasn't ready for this. To see you. To hear this. Truth is, hard to forgive myself. Not sure if I could do it. Even if. I got pressing business with these folks.
Hi.
Probably won't see you again, Ann. Please stay safe. Don't do this again.
Forgive as the Lord forgave you, Patrick. Don't forget. I still think of you. Stay safe.
Goodbye, Ann. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention that conversation to anyone, especially Walker.
Who was she?
Ann, a scientist I worked with closely. She was at the dig site when I got exposed. Nursed me as I inched ever so closely to death. She brought me back. Convinced me to keep living even after the change. I cared about her. God,
Jameson.
wish I hadn't seen her. It's as if I accidentally opened the page on an old book I'd closed long ago. Looked right into a life I left behind. She saw right through me. I'd rather tap dance through the divide than have to look her in the eyes again. Damn it all to hell.
It's okay, Lee. She's right. Behind all the bluster and bravado, there's still good in you. I can see it. I damn sure won't be trusting you. Once an outlaw, always an outlaw. I'll respect your privacy. In the meantime, we need to focus on the task at hand. There's still good in you. In that heart, it can grow 4 times the size.
No. You don't come back from this, from what I've done. I made my choices. I own it. But maybe. Can't afford to think about it. We got no time for this navel-gazing nonsense. There's a job to do, and only 2 of us are walking away from it.
Wait, there's 3 of us here. Actually, there's 4 of us here. You can go, Anne. I don't know who she is. There was no conversation between the two. If there's any relatability between the two, it's because they're both ghouls. which is pretty coolest of me. Alright. Hey, I know we didn't have a plan exactly,
What?
but I don't know, you stabbed that guy in the dick.
Born here.
Jameson.
Oh.
Mom left me with the followers, and they did their best. I'm just too much of a badass for those nerds. Got enslaved for a bit, but eventually escaped. Seen a lot of my friends get snatched up over the years. They just disappear.
You were enslaved?
Yeah, more or less. Weren't no collars or chains, but that's what it was. Called it indented servitude or something. But it's slavery. Head honcho guy was easily distracted, so I slipped away first chance I got. Some others might have gotten out too. Heard shot time blasts as I ran. Funny, the thing I remember is the singing. Whenever I stab a hobo, I imagine it's him.
Ouch.
Makes the voices quiet for a little while.
Well, I should not sing.
Whatever.
Okay, yeah. Oh, now you show up? You weren't here the last episode. Well. We were gonna... Never mind.
Burning hell, scum.
Kidney didn't even want to come in. Stop. Ooh, where? Oh my god, ball arms. Thanks, Fowler. We got the shipment of merchandise last week without any hiccups. A lot of clients are dishing out serious caps for these kids. 80s and the smaller gangs always like fresh recruits to indoctrinate, but the biggest client is that group at Mount Irish. Something weird about those guys. Seen my share of cults, but something's off. If you got business up here, keep your distance from that place. Otherwise, keep 'em coming. We're growing fast, been poaching muscle from the Vipers, 80s, and other gangs. Not much other news from the north. El Reloj, or El Relo, and Ranquin are still active, but that's all past 93, not in my territory. One last thing, if you have spare manpower, send a crew to scout out the Sheep Range. Pretty sure some of the runaways are organizing a town up there. Need to nip that in the bud before it becomes a problem. Thanks again. Best. Bodine! Talk to, yeah. Are you making that noise? Macabre animal calls. Groom Lake. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Are we gonna get abducted? The courier. Nobody. Curtis. I like those little robots. Oh. Warning, take cover. Flying saucers invade our planet. New Vegas fights back. Oh my god, that's me. Slash the other me that's in Fallout 4. Oh, they're gonna come for me. Wow, he had some good stuff. Alright. Can we read this one? Shh. Auction slaves, 40 men and women, 40 at Arrow Canyon. Brahmin, tools, dogs. El Reloj. Python Mining Corp. Alright.
Yes?
Only 2 left. Who's next? Do you have any other family?
One daughter who hates my guts. Hannah. I got Jessica pregnant when we were kids. That was all she wrote. Spent the next few years deployed. I was a father from the start. Mr. Childhood in the service. Then mostly worked nights once I was sworn in as sheriff. Hannah was a strong-willed girl. Definitely didn't mince words in our many arguments. She ran off with a dumb farm boy when they were 16. Jessica kept in touch with her. Last I heard, she had one boy and another on the way. They live near Goliad, doing real well.
Stacking them boys. You ever thought about contacting her?
She doesn't want anything to do with me, especially after what happened to Jessica. Reckon I'll stay away if that's what she wants.
That was a long time ago. Maybe you could mend the relationship. It's all in the past now, no point dwelling. Maybe you can mend it.
There's more to it. She saw the anger Just before she ran off, she saw something something I regret every day.
Broken Xbox controller.
Jessica was threatening to leave me a few years back. The hours, my inability to turn off the engraft work. We were trying to make it work. Thought we'd turned a corner. I found out Jessica had gotten pregnant and got an abortion without me knowing. I confronted her, and she threw it right in my face. Said she did it to spite me. Said she didn't want to raise a boy around me. So I hit her.
Damn.
Just one time, but there's no excusing it. Makes me sick to think about it. Sicker still that Hannah saw it. Now you know why she hates me.
It only happened once? You garbage. How'd you make the marriage work after that? I'm guessing he didn't.
It wasn't good, to be honest. Not long after, I was kicked out of office and turned into a loafer. Don't know why she put up with me. I like to think she saw a better version of me than what was in front of her. Maybe hoping I'd shed that skin and turn out good. That's what burns me out. That I didn't do that for her before she was killed. Best I can do is get justice for her. Let's get moving.
Sorry, Walker. We do have business, though.
Yes?
Yeah, 2 left. Who's next?
Sam, the safecracker. Before you talk to Lee, be sure to send Ronaldo home. Bad enough we got him mixed up in all this. And thank you.
No prob. You gonna stab me in the dick, kid? Hey! Gun to a knife fight.
What?
You can go. Thanks for all your help, but I think it's time for you to go home. I don't need another companion.
Don't mention it. Beats hunting rats and stabbing bums. Guess it's back to the old routine in Freeside. This little outing got me thinking. Well, it'd be fun to see some other places. What do you think?
Think you should join the followers and get an education. The world's a lot bigger than Freeside. Hit the road and don't look back. You'll be fine. Not my problem, kid. Do what you want. Yeah, go to the followers.
Why in the sweet cinnamon
Jameson.
I do that? I'd be bored out of my mind sitting around in that crappy old fort.
Freeside's a dead end, man. The followers are your best ticket out of there. Plus, there's a dog called Balls, and he eats the balls first in Freeside.
Well, okay, I'll give them another shot. I'll try to be less bad. I won't stab anyone, but no promises on fistfights.
That's my Ronaldo.
Stay hard and keep killing perverts for me.
Yes, sir. That kid's going places. Mainly to Freeside. Alright. Let's raid the fridge and get out of here. Oh, hell yeah. You okay?
Yeah,
Oh, good. How'd Walker know you? Walker mentioned a guy named Sam? Met any interesting people in your travels?
interesting as in homicidal? If so, then yes in the utmost. Conversation with killers is always more engaging, I've found. Mutual respect, colorful anecdotes, the underlying threat of violence. Oh, it's titillating. There was El Raylo.
Raylo.
Smooth, cold, like a reptile, but clearly haunted by something. Commanded great respect. Excellent Spanish, rare up there. Oh, I did meet the mutineries while I journeyed in old Mexico. Utterly charismatic. Good command of mythology, obviously. It's not always pleasant. Take Recon. Saw him cut out a living captive's heart and eat it in front of his men. Laughed the whole time. A demon. Oh, there were others. Many others. There was one, though. Well, a subject for another day, perhaps.
Tomorrow. I know you want to finish that sentence. What were you going to say? You can tell me.
Very well. In Utah, I spoke with that infamous Booth fellow for a brief moment. Imposing, dangerous, and utterly obnoxious. I recall Euripides. He was a god of words, and words are not enough. I preferred his brother.
Alright. Tell me about Bodine.
Ah, yes. Bodine the brute. Bodine the snake. A cold-blooded, fork-tongued beast if there ever was one. No higher intellect, just low cunning. Adept with the gun, make no mistake. A pistolero on par with Walker and the other storied trigger pullers of the wastes. But in the end, just a thug. A backward step in evolution made flesh. Homo retro, if you will.
Horrible name for an arcade.
Oh, and he's good with knives, blunt items, all the implements of the cave dweller. He beat animals. He beat people. He even beat rocks.
Wow.
He was married to some tribal for a bit. Savage gunny, no doubt. Got a few kids out of her before she went up to the Great Sweat Lodge in the sky.
Oh. Anything else?
More? Certainly. He's a hideous specimen. Sports a mammal on his face that doubles as a mustache. It's utterly repulsive. Always wears a unique duster. Supposedly collected it from a desert ranger sometime in the past. Many rumors about how that transpired. Story goes that prior to the Unification Treaty, one of the oldest hands in the Rangers went after Bodine. Name of McCall, that's it. McCall tracked him deep into 80s territory. Too deep. Got bushwhacked by Bodine and a band of 80s. Put up a hell of a fight, though. Bodine has a funny gait when he shambles around, caveman that he is. Rumors that he's carrying one of McCall's slugs in his thigh.
Walker mentioned you'd be getting a share of the recovered assets. Mind if I ask how much? Alright, I don't want to stay too long here talking. But sure.
A trifling pittance. No, that won't do. Rest assured, I'm not going through all this for 5%. For that matter, neither should you.
I want no part in whatever you're planning. What you have in mind?
The three of us should be able to handle Bodine. After, well, Walker's just a bit too much for me alone. However, the two of us could manage. We'll square up with him once Bodine is dead. No guarantees, but it's worth the risk. We'll split the entire haul, 50-50. How about it?
50-50 split, count me in. I'll think about it. I want no part. I'll think about it.
You do that. You should also think about the blood and sweat you're spilling for this man. 5% is not enough. Not by a long shot. Besides, he's got a death wish. He's saving the last bullet for himself once he returns that money. Let's put him out of his misery. Think on it.
Oh, damn. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of, choices.
Yeah?
Okay, sorry. One more thing. Sam.
Guy, in the loosest sense of the word, a mutant. Not just any mutant, but a Nightkin. So the most extra sort of mutant. A little conflicted about this one. We had something of a friendship, being the only freaks in the bunch. Not to mention he's surprisingly well read on art history. Utterly obsessed with Rubens. Must like him thick. No judgment here. He's only mildly paranoid, which makes him a social butterfly by Nightkin standards. I'd wager he's up in that mountain town. The trick will be enticing him outside. My suggestion, pose as an art dealer. Convince him that you have a Rubens. Say, 2 Satyrs.
Are we talking about a sandwich? Convince Sam to leave Jacobstown. Kill Sam. Excuse me. Ow. Hey.
Hello.
Little help over here? God.
Jameson.
Q. Oh, yeah. Yeah, real nice.
Jameson.
Oh,
Jameson.
oh no. Oh no. Excuse me. I've got some art for sale.
Thick, powerful strokes.
Yep.
Full bodies in motion. Quivering sinews. Violence. Beauty. God. It's all there. Are you a thief or an assassin?
Yes.
How droll. A thief and a murderer. I suspect you didn't come here of your own volition. I'm hardly a known item. No. Someone sent you. Long list of potential sponsors. The Peeps. Too cheap. Bodine. No. You're not one of his usual toadies. Walker? No, he was broken.
Takes a moment to scan your face. His expression twists into a sardonic grin when he makes his conclusion.
It is, Walker. Pure vengeance made manifest. I love it. I suspect you want to avoid trouble with Marcus. Commendable. Take me to Walker, now.
Tell me it.
Peter. Battle awaits.
Lead Sam to Walker. Oh, you do got some nice paintings here. Man, look at that tough man carrying Jesus. Wow, that's a lot of wine. Is this your dog, Peter? Hey, Peter, you coming with us? Don't forget, you left the oven on. The only way we can redeem our past is by suffering.
I find that forgiving yourself for your own mistakes is the hardest act in life.
Yo, this guy's getting kicked in the face. Oh, he's got a snake, that's why, yeah. If I carried a snake into a grocery store, I think someone would kick me too. Le Courier Compagnons, Pathfinder. Every trail has its end, and every calamity brings a lesson.
A short film, so I hear. A simple delivery job.
It's never that simple. Alright, honey. Now I'm going to show you a trick where I place my hand directly in the f***ing flame. Grandma! Yup. You need me to grab anything from the top racks? I got my pole. I'll connect it, bring it down for you. Just ask me if you need anything. Oh, thank you, sir. Alright, it's got that nightkin flavor. Alright, we can drive. Is Peter coming? Oh, hi, Peter.
Yes?
I don't know, I just wanted to chat. You seem unsurprised that someone's here to kill you.
Attempted assassinations are routine for me. I've ripped off barons, senators, and warlords from here to Tacoma. I stole an eagle from the Legion garrison in Kingman. A Frumentarius tracked me down. I plucked out his eyes and sent him back, like Basil.
Oh.
Their hit squad still harass me from time to time when I'm traveling. Once butchered an entire caravan I was accompanying. Poor souls. There's also a wealth of psychopathic employers who'd love to have me erased. I can blackmail them all, of course. Very unforgiving people.
How'd you manage to collect all those paintings?
Recovering and preserving art is my great passion, at least since I left the Master's service so long ago. I steal it if necessary. Often you can find these reprints and other antiquities adorning the musty lodge of an illiterate warlord. Even the simplest minds recognize beauty. I simply pluck them away to safety. I have a great collection in safekeeping. These are just my personal favorites from decades of acquisition. I hope to pass this collection to the followers or some other responsible entity after I'm gone. Beauty will save the world.
Cool, bro.
Bye.
Alright, let's go.